kinetic redirection to pull that nanite container towards you. Be careful. Holding down the mouse button can augment the power, but holding it down for too long will cause burnout, which will damage you. If you run out of psi points, use another psi hypo.
Okay, let's see. Nighty night. Oh, damn. No. You need to die again. Let's move on. Oh. I appear to have taken a wrong turn. Lovely.
Mastery of the mind is a slow
Nice.
but rewarding process. Return to this area if you need more guidance. Before you enlist in the OSA, it would be useful to experiment in the other training courses.
I think it's fairly obvious by this point I'm not going to be enlisting in the OSA. It's down to the Navy or the Marines.
Here's where you make your
see.
choice, soldier. Here's where you enlist in one of the 3 branches of the military. Once you decide on your branch of service, there's no going back. A shuttle will take you to a UNN orbital space station, where you'll receive a briefing regarding your yearly postings. Good luck.
Well, OSA, I hate to say this, I'm sure you're good for a lot of people, but fuck you. You don't interest me. So it's between the Navy and the Marines. Give me a second. I'm gonna pause the recording while I think about it. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back now. I've made my choice. I'm going to be joining the Marines. This is my first time playing through, and the idea of shooting things at the moment appeals to me more than hacking, because the hacking minigame in System Shock honestly seems more tedious than anything. So I'm going to be joining the Marines. That's my decision made. If you don't like it, deal with it. Well, here we are in some space location, I guess.
Welcome to Space Station Wake Island, Marine. So you've survived basic training at Camp Lejeune. Better still, you've managed to learn a thing or two about standard weapons. But now it's time for the real deal. Your tour of duty will consist of 4 postings over 4 years. The Corps demands a lot of you, grunts, but the Corps is generous. You get to choose your own postings. Head up to the shuttle bays in the center of the Wake Island, and you'll be briefed on what's ahead. When you find the right posting, head into that bay to accept the assignment. Good luck, Marine.
Okay, let's do this. Oh, hello there. Hello, hello. Hey, I'm talking to you. Don't ignore me. Why can't I break this glass and punch that idiot? Fine, I'll have to let him live. Disappointing as that may be. Hello? Fuck you. Okay. Let's check this out.
If you're partial to spending time with a lot of high explosives, this posting is for you. There's a lot of heavy lifting, but Ordnance also gets the first pick of booze and other goodies coming aboard the supply ship Gallo. Lock and load.
Possibly.
The Navy maintains a survival training school on the surface of Io, the third moon of Jupiter. Pros, there's no better way to improve stamina and survival skills. Cons, the 21.2% mortality rate. Plus, you've got to spend the year with a bunch of Navy skanks.
That's a big fucking con. The mortality rate, that is, not the Navy guys. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with them.
Not every boarding party has the luxury of gravity, so the Corps strongly recommends every one of its brethren getting some zero-G training. A year aboard the training station Guadalcanal should suffice. If you're partial to spending time with a lot of high explosives, this posting is for you. There's a lot of heavy lifting, but Ordnance also gets the first pick of booze and other goodies coming aboard the supply ship Gallo. Lock and load.
Yeah, that's the one I'm taking. Hopefully I survive this one. Okay. Mission posting Ordnance. Master's Mate. Gain +2 strength. Marines. February 12th, 2112. Your stint aboard the UNN Gallo is finished. Well, you've spent more exciting years, haven't you, Marine? If you ever look at another UNN packing crate, you'll put a bullet in your head. Ouch. Must not have been that entertaining then. I guess they forgot to install the flat screen television and then didn't hook up YouTube or anything, and don't have Wi-Fi. Anyways, but you've used the time well and bulked up considerably. You've gained 2 strength. That's good, I guess. Year 2 now. Nice. Let's see now.
Dummy ammunition, live ammunition, moving targets, stationary targets, live targets. The Port MacArthur training facility has enough hardware to warm the heart of any leatherneck.
Possibly.
The automated asteroid ore facilities in JM-432 supply the UNN shipyards, so they're crucial to defense. However, they're also prime candidates for hackers. Somebody's gotten their claws into the primary data loop, and they need a team to head in there and blast their way past the automated defense systems.
Forget it. Not my thing.
The tour duty aboard the Antigua should let you pick up some one-on-one beam weapon training from Gunnery Sergeant Malloy. But heads up, she's a world-class SOB. The automated dummy ammunition, live ammunition, moving targets, stationary targets, live targets. The Port MacArthur training facility has enough hardware to warm the heart of any leatherneck.
I think I'm going for this one, but first, something seems to be off with my controls. I need to check that out. Thought as much. Let me see. Okay. Got the controls in a way that doesn't confuse the hell out of me now. Let's move on. Okay. Mission posting, Staff Assistant Weapons Range. February 23rd, 2113. Time to get out of Port MacArthur and back to Wake Island Station. What, did someone torch half a city or something? Did they have to stop a protest? If any of you know U.S. history surrounding General Douglas MacArthur during the Great Depression, you'll know exactly what I mean. To the rest of you, just look it up. What the hell. I'll tell you in the next bit. I am majoring in history, after all. I might as well tell it to someone. You got to pick up and refill more ammo casings than you can count. You even got to occasionally play the live target in an expert exercise. Still, you can't spend a year at the MAC without learning something. You picked up a good amount of standard weapons skill and even impressed some of the MAC's technicians. You've gained 2 standard weapons. Skill, that is. Now we're on to year 3. And about what I was saying about torching a city or something, that was actually part of a request from Herbert Hoover to General MacArthur during the Great Depression, because a bunch of World War I veterans marched out to Washington to try and coerce the President Hoover into paying them bonuses that weren't due for a few years because they needed the money, and Hoover decided to call for MacArthur to clear them out. Now, MacArthur did clear them out, but he went a little too far with it. Not only did he get them out of the city of Washington where they were, he actually torched the campsite where they were camped out. Oh, and just destroyed all their tents and stuff. Burned them to the ground. Burned the entire encampment to the ground. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Out there, because he did some crazy stuff. And here's the kicker. He didn't take responsibility for doing that. MacArthur just let everyone keep on thinking that Herbert Hoover had ordered him to do that, which, in a sort of roundabout sort of way, was an important part of why Hoover didn't get reelected. Granted, the fact that he couldn't do shit about the Great Depression was an important bit too, but it's MacArthur's torching that encampment of the World War I veterans was certainly a big part of it. Now, let's see what we got this time.
The colony air service gets the dregs of the fleet, and the Antigua's the dregs of the Polides trading station has long been a haven for the black market. However, up until now, they have not interfered with the running of station operations. The UNN Secretary General's office needs a full staff of armed guards. When things are dull, it requires a lot of standing around looking good in a uniform. When things are bad, it can require fending off a side. The UNN Secretary General's office needs a full staff of armed guards.
It's the least annoying sounding, but none of them need combat, unfortunately. Okay, February 9th, 2114. Get back to Wake Island Station pronto. Your tour of duty at the UNN home island is finished. After a year of practice in the honor guard, you look sharp in a uniform, and you're a lot better at keeping your rifle in tip-top shiny condition. Oh, that might actually come in handy now I think of it. If you had been bored much longer, you might have been tempted to take pot shots at the tourists. Good thing they're sending us back then. I don't imagine that would have gone over too well with the bosses. Still, the maintenance skill might come in handy someday. You've gained 1 in maintenance. Oh, that's interesting. What's this now? I get the feeling this is talking about me. I mean, that must be crazy, right? That was sarcasm, by the way. Oh, they're sticking me on some other ship for some reason or other.
Shuttle A-138, you have clearance for landing on the Von Braun in Shuttle Bay 2. Welcome aboard, soldier.
5 months later, 67 trillion miles from Earth. My God, that's a long way. God. Things are starting to get nasty. It seems. Error on memory restoration. Oh, that's not good. I don't know what's going on this
Steady
ship,
yourself, soldier.
but it is
This is
not
Dr. Janice
looking
Polito
good.
of the computer ops staff of the Von Braun. You're safe for the time being. You're recovering from the effects of surgery and will be unable to remember any of the events of the last few weeks. You're on board the starship Von Braun and something's gone very, very wrong. Some kind of force has hijacked this ship. That's why you volunteered to be implanted with some experimental cybernetic implants. Rely on your cyber interface. It just might save your life. You must find an elevator and come up to Deck 4 to meet me. Deck 4. Can you remember that? But keep your eyes open. They're after us both now.
Oh, that's not good. Okay.
Watch out. I'm getting strange readings from that radar dish outside the window.
I do not have a
It's become
gun.
unstable due to... Move! Take cover!
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Evacuate immediately.
This is not good. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Not good. Not good at all. Where to now? You'll have to excuse me. Not getting lost has never been something I was very good at. Expect for me to lose my sense of direction many, many times during this.